can sing the chorus now.
Hi there, thank you for tuning in with me, Himani, and welcome back to letsthinkaloud.com. Spunky, spontaneous, absolute fun is Jill Mary Thomas, singer-songwriter. She's not your very conventional girl next door with an inspiration in Lady Gaga. So we know why. An absolute childlike and very likable quality about her sets her apart from a lot of other musicians that I've met in recent times. She's an artist with Fly Entertainment, one of Singapore's leading artist engagement and management company, first winner of Singapore's MediaCorp Channel 5 talent competition, One Moment of Glory. She was also one of the main acts for MediaCorp's recent annual countdown show Celebrate 2011, along with international stars like David Tao, One Nation MC, and many other local performers. Now this year, we saw Jill Mary Thomas featured as a guest celebrity for MediaCorp's TV game show We Are Singaporeans. She loves her family to bits as much as she loves her music, and we have her totally unplugged on letsthinkaloud.com exclusively for you. Alright, hello Jill.
Hello.
Singer, songwriter, musician, you've been there, you play various musical instruments like the piano, the flute, the saxophone. How did you get started? Do you want to tell us a little about your growing up years?
That was so long ago. No. Well, growing up, I guess, I've always been musically inclined because of my mom. And started with the piano and singing everything. I remember the first song that, one of the first words I actually said was watching TV. You remember the show Fame? And then suddenly I was watching the show and I just went, Fame! And everybody was like, whoa! But yeah, so after that, I basically started playing the piano, but realized that I didn't really like to play what other people wanted me to play. So I went off and I play by ear most of the time, my music pieces. I joined the military band, and that's where I started to mix around with a lot of my friends, learn how to play the guitar, and then the instrument that I actually learned to play was the flute in the band. And then funny story was, I can just rent.
Of course, just go on. The thing about you is, I'm sure people who would be listening to you now would also be seeing images of you. You would want that fun element of you in the interview. Go ahead.
Okay. So the funny story is, when I first joined the military band in my secondary school, the conductor actually looked at me and he was like, okay, you didn't even check like your mouth and everything. He just went, okay, you're gonna play the bass, which is the tuba. And it was because I was fat. Well, I'm still a bit chubby. Pleasantly plump is the way I like to put it. But so the conductor told me to play the tuba, the bass, and I tried it, and then I realized I couldn't take the weight on my thighs. So I was like, I can't do this. It's too heavy for me. So from the extreme of playing the heaviest instrument in the band, he gave me the lightest instrument in the band, which was the flute, and then I moved on to playing the piccolo because I have a lot of hot air to blow. But yes, so that's how I started learning the flute and the piccolo. And then you learn recorder in school and everything, so the saxophone has the same fingering positions and everything, so I learned how to play the saxophone as well and just dabbled in all the instruments. So I enjoyed doing that. But the main thing that kicked off for me was actually learning how to play the guitar and really like honing in on my guitar skills and writing songs that began after that when I was 15.
Beautiful. So when you write songs, is it normally keeping in mind that how you would play it on the guitar?
Well, actually, I think it started out like that. And then moving on, I think because, I would like to think that I progressed as a musician, so I start to hear other instruments that would contribute to the final piece, like the drums and the bass and strings and piano and everything that would go into it. So, but when I first write a song, I'm usually listening and thinking of it and being inspired from the point of playing the guitar. So that's where it all starts, the guitar and me.
Jill, what does it take to survive in the diverse music scene in Singapore, where you have pop, rock, you have Western, classical, all of it together because of the diverse culture? So how does one survive in such a diverse music scene?
I think it's interesting because I started, I'm not going to say how old I am. Don't put how old I am, okay?
I wouldn't even guess.
Don't tell the lady's age. But I think from where I started, which was like many years ago, it was really quiet, the local music scene, but now it's expounded and it's expanded so much that I think no matter what genre you're playing, I think Singapore has created this a very positive platform for musicians playing whatever kind of genre they're playing. So it could be indie music, it could be international music, it could be folk music, acoustic, Western, whatever you wanna put down to it. But I think it is not so much how you want to survive, but I think how you stand out from the rest of them. So for me, I think I'm not your conventional tall, slim and pretty kind of beauty. So for me, I think I'm more quirky. Is that a word to use? I don't know. Quirky? I don't know. Because I was speaking to Irene Ang, and she was saying, yeah, you're not like supermodel kind, but you're like quirky, and you're cute and you're funny. So that's how I make use of that when I do my music. I like to do remixes, mashups and medleys of songs and put them together, and then I do videos. So I think to answer your question, I think now is a very good time because you have so many local acts coming out and doing their music regardless of what kind of music they're playing, and they're just latching on to the social media like your portal and Instagram and YouTube and everything, and making use of that to make their big break.
Brilliant. The word that comes to my mind when I think of you is spunky, really, like the spunky Jill. I recently heard your Bright by Echo Smith that you recorded. In fact, I saw it today. So do you want to tell us about it?
I've been, because I want to try and put out videos. I had a talk with Fly Entertainment, and they were saying, you have to do more videos and stuff. And because you want to, while the iron is hot, everybody's using YouTube, social media, like Instagram and everything. So trying to do more videos, and of course you must compete with the rest of the world. The cute thing was I actually listened to Gentle Bones, which is a local music act, and he did a collaboration with Kurt Schneider, who is a big YouTube star. So he produced the music and he did it with another YouTube star, and they sang the song, and I liked it a lot. So I know the song already by Echo Smith. So, and when I recorded the song and the video, I actually just learned the song like 2 days before that. So then I recorded it and I tried to do, the whole, but it was a one-man show. So I was at my grandparents' place and I was like, okay, I want to, the song is bright, the stars align and blah, blah, blah. So I was in the garden, I was like, okay, I want to have that effect, Didn't really work because while I was filming it, it was like a few takes I had to do because, in Singapore, it may look like it's all nice and green and makeup does wonders, but I was melting when I was singing the song, and if you look closely you can see my face was a bit oily from the sweat and the perspiration. And the funny thing was I did a few takes because why? Singing halfway, mosquito.
Are you serious?
So it was like mosquitoes that were attacking me while I was singing and everything. So the reason why I wanted to do the song was I think it had a very nice very calming effect. The lyrics were really nice and sweet, and I just wanted to do that for fun, so that's why I did Bright.
Wow. Jill, you're such a spunky, quirky and full of energy and life within you. Where do you draw inspiration for your songs, for your lyrics? Is it people? Is it things? Where does the inspiration come from?
I think it's majority from the people that I meet, life experiences and everything, because I'm a songwriter. So a lot of the songs that I've written over the years have been personal life experiences, the usual fall in love, fall out of love, get heartbroken, and then you bounce back again. Mm-hmm. But on top of that, I've also written quite a few songs for weddings, for people who fall in love, for my friends. I even wrote a song for Pochukang, for the fun of it.
Oh,
it was really I can't remember the words offhand, but I actually wrote a song. So I'm just inspired by everything, and then it just hits you. I've written a song for Hari Raya as well, and so I'm basically inspired by everything that happens around me. And also I like to take songs and I like to make it different and unique. So example, you should go and check it out, one of the songs that I did was Cartoon Captain Planet. I actually took that song and I did it in a very bossa nova, chill kind of way.
Do you have a video?
Yeah, I do. It's on my YouTube. So it's different. So versus the whole wind, whatever, But so I like to take songs as well and mash it up and make it different so that when people hear it, they'll be like, that sounds familiar. But when they actually hear it, they're like, hey, my goodness, that's the song that I know, but she did it in a different way. So that's how I like to try and stand out.
So you're doing everything. We've seen you compose songs. We've seen you perform at concerts. We've seen you in talent shows. Where do you plan to go with your music? What does Jill want to do 10 years down the line? Where do we see her?
10 years. Well, I hope to
make it less.
Make it less. I hope to look like a supermodel. But no, okay, that one a bit far. That one a bit reach for the stars, kind of thing. But I think my main plans are basically I'm working on my album right now. Mm-hmm. So hopefully a single will be released. So with the upcoming National Day, I'm working on something because, it's a big thing. It's SG50. So I am doing a gig here and there, and I'm also working on a song it's all hush hush. But when it comes out, hopefully it comes out with a big bang. And then shortly after that, I hope to release one of my singles from my album to get the ball rolling. The things that I want to achieve would be I want to perform for National Day. That has been one of my biggest dreams, is to perform for National Day in Singapore.
Okay.
And then after my album is released, it's to do a concert at the Esplanade.
Wow.
So hopefully, I get to achieve that. And down the road, I think I enjoy singing, but I enjoy songwriting more. I think writing songs and people actually wanting to sing them and perform them, I think that's one of my biggest goals. So hopefully within the next 5 years, I'll be able to achieve something like that.
Wow, brilliant. So now we've done with the formal bit of the interview, which I don't think was so formal, but we do have a very fun segment for you, which is called the Quick Pod. So because this is a podcast, we call it a Quick Pod. We treat it like a rapid fire round. So I'll have fast questions. You have to give me really fast answers, just like you have been. So think on your feet and just the first thing that comes to your mind.
I'll do my best.
Yes, try.
I'll do my best.
All right. On a free day, Jill would be?
Spending time with my little girls, my little cousins.
Your idols, musicians who inspire you?
Lady Gaga, Jason Mraz, Alanis Morissette, just to name a few.
Wow, there's some really cool inspirations. Okay, karaoke culture in Singapore.
I think it's quite happening because the irony is that a lot of my friends love karaoke, but I don't really sing karaoke because I'm more comfortable with my guitar.
Okay. A concert show you loved doing?
Retrolicious. Every time there's a Retrolicious concert in Singapore, I love doing it because I performed twice and it was rocking.
Jill would never be caught doing or singing what?
Jill will never be caught, as much as I can help it, wearing a ball gown and high heel shoes and singing death metal.
Okay. One thing you would like to change about the Singapore music scene?
For me, I would hope that it would be more based on your singing talent and your songwriting skills versus what you appear to look like.
Okay, well said. What do you say to aspiring music enthusiasts in Singapore?
This is such a happening time in Singapore. If you have music and you think you can make it, regardless of whether I think everybody can sing, just go out there and just throw yourself out there and just do what you can, because it may not happen immediately, but it'll happen someday.
Wow, lovely, Jill. Thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you, and we really look forward to your future singles, your musics, your songs, your lyrics, everything. Thank you so much for talking to Let's Think Aloud.
Oh, thank you so much, Shamani. It was a pleasure. You're just too good to be true. Let's think out loud.